Hey there, everybody! Welcome to Arcane Insights, where all that's hidden gets revealed. Today we're embarking on an extraordinary adventure, a journey through the realms of the Akashic Records to unlock the secrets of our past lives. Imagine yourself diving deep into a state of calm, where the boundaries of time and space blur and the echoes of your soul's history begin to whisper. For centuries, these hidden chapters of our souls have been waiting to be discovered like ancient scrolls tucked away in a forgotten library. Picture meeting someone and feeling an instant connection as if you've known them for lifetimes. These are the threads that weave our past and present together, or stepping into a place that feels eerily familiar, like you've walked those halls before. These are the echoes of your past lives calling out to you. As you meditate, let the ethereal light guide you, illuminating the path to your past experiences, shaping who you are today. Feel the tug on your soul, the yearning for something more, the sense that this life is just one chapter in a much grander story. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of past lives through the power of the Akashic Records, discovering the incredible potential that lies within each and every one of us. So take a deep breath, and let's begin this adventure together. Now let's talk about light. We light beings, we're bathed in it. Not just the kind that makes the sun shine, but a spiritual light, an energy that connects us all. You see, deep down, we're not just human, we're beings of light, children of the universe with a direct line to the divine. This light form, this essence of who we truly are, carries the memories of our past lives, the lessons learned, the loves lost, the triumphs celebrated. It's all there, encoded in our very being, waiting for us to tap into it. And the best part, accessing this wisdom, connecting with our light, is something we can all do. All it takes is a little faith, a little courage, and a whole lot of open-mindedness. You see, the answers we seek, the wisdom we crave, it's not out there in some distant land or ancient scroll. It's right here within us, encoded in the very fabric of our being. Think of it like this. Imagine your soul as a vast, boundless ocean. On the surface there's the choppy waves of our everyday thoughts, our worries and fears. But deep down in the stillness of the abyss lies a profound peace, an ancient wisdom that's always been with us. By quieting our minds, by connecting with our breath, by turning inward, we can access this incredible resource. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I've had a past life? What kind of signs should I be looking for? Well, truth seekers, I will tell you. The soul speaks in whispers, not shouts. Ever get that déjà vu feeling like you've been somewhere before, even though you know you haven't? Or meet someone for the first time and feel an instant kinship like you've known them forever? These could be glimpses into those past chapters. Echoes of experiences that linger in our soul's memory, in our true selves. Recurring dreams, intense fears or phobias that seem to come out of nowhere. These could all be tied to past life experiences bubbling up to the surface. It's like our souls trying to tell us something, to get our attention, to remind us of who we truly are. We dismiss them as coincidence, imagination, or just plain old craziness. But what if, just what if, these whispers hold the key to unlocking our true potential, to understanding our purpose in this lifetime? Now, I know what you're thinking. Arcane insights? This all sounds good, but what about proof? Has anyone actually remembered their past lives? And the answer is yes. There are countless stories of folks, especially young children, who seem to recall details of lives lived long ago. Take the case of little Cameron, for example. This sweet boy, barely old enough to tie his shoes, started having vivid dreams of flying planes during World War II. He'd wake up in a cold sweat, describing dogfights and aircraft carriers with a level of detail that sent chills down his parents' spines. Turns out, his descriptions matched up perfectly with historical records of a young pilot who died in the Pacific Theatre. And Cameron's not alone. There are stories from all over the world, from different cultures and backgrounds, of children recalling past lives with incredible clarity. Now, some of y'all might try to explain these cases away as overactive imaginations or wishful thinking, but I believe there's something more profound going on here. It's like these children, with their innocence still intact, haven't fully forgotten the language of the soul, the whispers of past lives that most of us lose touch with as we grow older. Think about it. When we're young, we're more open to the unseen, more connected to the magic of the universe. By tapping into that childlike sense of wonder, by quieting our minds and listening to the whispers of our soul, we can begin to piece together the puzzle of our own existence. We can begin to see our lives not as isolated incidents, but as interconnected threads in the grand tapestry of existence. So, how do we tap into this incredible wellspring of wisdom, this Akashic record that holds the secrets of our past lives? Well, truth seekers, it all starts with looking inward, with quieting the chatter of our minds and listening to the whispers of our soul. You see, we live in a world that's constantly bombarding us with noise and distractions. Our phones are buzzing, the TV's blazing, and our minds are racing a mile a minute. That's why finding stillness is crucial. It's about carving out a little space in our day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to disconnect from the external world and reconnect with our inner selves. When we sit still, when we quiet our thoughts, the water becomes clear and we can see all the way to the bottom. Now, there are many paths to finding stillness. Some of y'all find solace in meditation, in focusing on breathing and allowing thoughts to drift by like clouds. Others find peace in nature, in listening to the wind rustling through the trees or the waves crashing on the shore. The key is to find what works for you, what helps you quiet your mind and tap into that deep inner stillness. Once you've found your stillness, you can start to direct your attention inward, to that boundless ocean within you where the Akashic records reside. Imagine yourself descending into the depths of your being, past the surface waves of your thoughts and emotions, to a place of profound peace and tranquility. As you journey deeper into the Akashic records, you might see images flash before your mind's eye, hear voices whisper in your name, or experience intense emotions that seem to come out of nowhere. Don't be afraid, my friends. These are just glimpses into your past lives, fragments of memories bubbling up to the surface. Now, these memories might not come in a neat and orderly fashion. It's not like watching a movie, it's more like piecing together a jigsaw puzzle. The important thing is to approach these experiences with an open mind and a compassionate heart. By unlocking the memories of your past lives, you're not just indulging in idle curiosity, you're gaining valuable insights into your soul's purpose. Now, as you delve deeper into the Akashic records, you might start to notice certain themes or patterns emerging. Maybe you've always been drawn to certain cultures or time periods, or maybe you keep encountering the same souls, lifetime after lifetime. Listen to those whispers. Pay attention, they're trying to tell you something. They're pointing you towards your soul's purpose, your reason for being here in this lifetime. The Akashic records hold no judgment, only compassion and understanding. So take a deep breath, trust in the wisdom of your soul, and allow yourself to be guided by the whispers of your past lives. Now, you might be thinking, arcane insight, this is all well and good, but how do these past lives show up in the here and now? Well, let me tell you, sometimes the most profound truths come from the mouths of babies. Children, bless their little hearts, are still so close to that other side, that veil between lives still thin and shimmering. Like the story of little Jenny, who at the tender age of 4 started speaking in fluent French. But Jenny, she'd chatter away, describing a life in Paris, a grand house with a winding staircase, and a woman she called Maman, who wore long flowing dresses. Her parents, they were baffled, beside themselves trying to figure out where this was coming from. Turns out, after some digging, they discovered a family connection to France, a distant relative who had lived in Paris decades earlier, a woman who perfectly matched Jenny's descriptions. Coincidence? Maybe? Or maybe, just maybe, it's a glimpse into the soul's journey, the echo of a life lived long ago, resurfacing in the most unexpected of ways. And Jenny's story, it's not an isolated incident. There's a whole body of research led by folks like Dr. Ian Stevenson, who dedicated their lives to investigating these cases of children spontaneously remembering past lives. And you know what they found? Over and over again, these children, they provide details, specific names, dates, places that they couldn't possibly have known through normal means. They describe birthmarks or scars that correspond to injuries sustained in their alleged past lives. They recognize people from those lives, sometimes even exhibiting phobias or talents that seem to have carried over from one lifetime to the next. Now, I know what you're thinking. Skeptics will always be skeptics. But there's a certain point where you got to stop and ask yourself, what if there's more to this life than meets the eye? From the ancient Egyptians to the yogis of India, from the indigenous tribes of the Americas to the mystics of the East, there's a shared understanding that death is not the end, but a transition, a return to the source. These children remind us of this ancient wisdom, nudging us towards a greater understanding. We are eternal beings connected to something far greater than ourselves. Now, all this talk of past lives, of souls journeying through time and space, it might leave you feeling a little overwhelmed, right? Like, if we're all just these tiny specks in the grand scheme of things, what's the point of it all? Well, truth seekers, that's where it gets really interesting. You see, we're all interconnected. We're like threads in a cosmic tapestry, woven together by an invisible force. We're not separate from the universe, no. We are the universe expressing itself in human form. And here's the kicker, the part that really gets me going. If we are the universe, and the universe is made of energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, then that means, are you ready for this? That a part of us, that spark of consciousness, that soul essence, it's eternal. It's never born and it never dies. It simply changes form, moving from one lifetime to the next, carrying with it the wisdom and experiences gained along the way. And that's why, my friends, that inner voice, that intuition, that gut feeling you get sometimes, it's more than just your imagination. It's the voice of your soul, that eternal part of you that's connected to something bigger, something wiser, something more ancient than we can even comprehend. It's the divine spark within each and every one of us, that connection to the source, to the infinite intelligence that created this whole magnificent universe. Section 3, the Age of Awakening. And you know what? Right now, as we speak, we're living in a very special time, my friends. Astrologers call it the Age of Aquarius, a time of great change, of spiritual awakening, of humanity taking a giant leap forward in consciousness. It's like we're collectively waking up from a long slumber, remembering who we truly are, tapping into our innate potential and creating a new world based on love, compassion and interconnectedness. And the best part? You don't need a fancy degree or a guru on a mountaintop to access this wisdom. It's available to all of us right here, right now, in the stillness of our own hearts. All you got to do is be open to it, to listen to those whispers from within, to trust your intuition, and to know that you are not alone on this journey. Now, you might be wondering, arcane insights, this all sounds incredible, but where do we go from here? What's the next step on this journey of self-discovery? Well, folks, that's the beauty of it. The path unfolds one step at a time. We don't have to have all the answers. We don't need to know exactly where we're going. All we got to do is trust the process, trust that inner wisdom that's always guiding us towards our highest good. Some folks, they talk about ascension, about moving into a higher dimension of consciousness. And maybe that's what this golden year, this age of Aquarius, is all about. Maybe it's not about some dramatic event, some big old shift in the cosmos, but rather a subtle shift within each of us. A gradual awakening to our true nature as beings of light, as eternal souls having a human experience. And maybe, just maybe, the key to unlocking this higher consciousness, this ascension, lies in remembering who we truly are. Not just in this lifetime, but in all the lifetimes we've lived before. Because when we start to remember those past lives, when we start to see the connections, the patterns, the lessons that have shaped us into the people we are today, something magical happens. We start to let go of the fear, the doubt, the limitations that have been holding us back. We start to see the bigger picture, the grand tapestry of our soul's journey, and we realize that we are not alone. We are all in this together, period, connected by an invisible thread of love and light that stretches across time and space. And when we tap into that connection, when we start to live from that place of unity consciousness, anything is possible. So, my friend, if you're feeling a calling, a tug on your soul, a whisper of something more, don't ignore it. Dive deep into the mystery. Explore the hidden depths of your own being and unlock the secrets of your past lives. Because within those memories, within those echoes of lives lived long ago, lies the key to your soul's purpose, your reason for being here in this lifetime. And as you awaken to your true nature, as you embrace the fullness of who you are, you'll start to shine your light brighter than ever before, illuminating the world with your unique gifts and talents. Remember, folks, you are a child of the universe, a spark of the divine, a masterpiece in the making. You are loved beyond measure, and you have a purpose, a destiny that's waiting to be fulfilled. So go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting for you.